Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're making dinner. I'm trying out this new flourless cake that I got from the store, and I'm gonna see how that goes. So we're gonna make the flourless chocolate cake. We're gonna make a simple pasta. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're making dinner, and we're gonna be making a flourless chocolate cake. That I always make it from scratch, but I found this at the store and it's from Godiva. So we're gonna try and see how it goes. We're also gonna make a simple pasta dish with tomatoes, pesto, spinach, and cheese. And we're going to make an Irish mule, and we're gonna make some garlic breadsticks. So let's do this. Alright, so now I'm going to cut the vegetables, and I have mushrooms, I have tomatoes that I have steamed and peeled the skin, I have spinach, I have my homemade pesto, which I will show you later how I make this, and I have some salami. I have some herb and spice and black pepper salami that I'm going to be using for this dish today. So first I'm going to cut and slice my mushrooms. Also, I have some pasta water working to get the pasta up and going while I dice my vegetables. So I'm the only one that eats mushroom in the house, so I kind of have to cook them first and then put them to the side and then add them to my dish. But I love mushrooms, especially baby bellos. If you grilled a regular size portobello, it tastes just like meat. It's delicious. They're a good source of fiber and antioxidants. And stuffed mushrooms, my God, with crab, delicioso. I'm also making two types of pasta. I'm making regular spaghetti, and I'm making gluten-free pasta for myself because I can't have any gluten. Alright. So, mushrooms done. Set it aside. I'm going to turn on the pan to get those working while I dice the rest of my vegetables. I am going to roughly chop the tomatoes. Now, the reason why I took off the skin was because I don't want that stringy texture in the sauce. I just want the juicy tomatoes. You're more than welcome to leave the skin if you like, but literally all you have to do is just put them in warm water for about 10 seconds and the skin peels right off. And once you have very ripe tomatoes, that's the perfect time to make this dish or make any type of sauce. So the riper the tomato, the better the sauce. All right, so I have my tomatoes. I'm going to put those aside. Spinach cooks very, very quickly, and it releases some liquid. So you want to make sure that you're very careful with the spinach. I usually just rough chop it or just like peel it with my hands, and it just makes it easier. Alright, so for the salami, I'm going to do a rough chop on those as well because I want that rustic feel to the pasta. So I'm going to use both the black pepper crusted and the herb spice salami. And I'm just going to do a rough chop on those. And I'm just going to use about 6 ounces of that. Okay. Again, you can omit this just with the vegetables. This this dish, it's marvelous. Alright, so our pasta is working. Our vegetables are diced and ready to go on the pan. The pan is getting warmed up. So we're gonna saute that, and we're gonna start first with our mushrooms. If you're going to leave the mushrooms in there, if it's not like me that I have to set it aside, you still do it the same way. Mushrooms are going to release some liquid too. So you just want to make sure that you don't put any excess liquid into the mushroom. Okay, so here it goes.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, hear that sizzle.
Daddy, look at this video. It wasn't now.
Anytime that you season any vegetables while you're cooking it, it's going to release more and more liquid. So just wait towards your vegetables are about softened before you start seasoning them. Oh, I lost one. All right. Okay. Alright, so our pasta is cooked. It's out of the water. I drained the water. Now I'm going to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. And then we're gonna add our sauce right on top of it. Look at this. Now what I normally do when I have herbs and I don't want to use them is that I freeze them. So I have some frozen basil. If you're going to freeze herbs, make sure you freeze it with a little bit of olive oil. So here I have in my ice cube frozen basil with just a tiny bit of olive oil to keep them fresh. So I'm going to take one of my ice cubes out. And I'm going to put it just in the center. And with the heat from the pasta, it's just going to melt and it's going to give that nice, vibrant, basil, fresh scent and taste to it. So that's our pasta. We're going to set it aside. Now, if you have fresh basil, that's even better. But in this quarantine times, my basil was going bad, so I had to freeze it. We're actually gonna make our garlic toast now. So like I told you guys before, I prep a lot of things like this basil. So I also prep garlic herb butter. So you literally take butter, you soften it. You do not want to melt it in the microwave. You let it sit outside in the counter and you let it get nice and soft. And then you're gonna add whatever you like. If you like thyme, rosemary, garlic, you add whatever you like into a bowl, nice and diced and small and chopped, and you mix that in. You put a little bit of olive oil to kind of smooth everything up. You mix it into kind of like a dough, pretty much. And then I have here, which is wax paper. And what you do is you put the butter and you make it into a log, and you simply wrap it tightly, and then over the wax paper you wrap it with plastic. And when you're ready to use, You can use this literally on anything, on chicken, on fish, on bread, on pastas, anything to finish up a dish. So we're going to use about 1/4 cup of this butter, and I am going to melt it into the microwave. And then I'm going to brush it into our bread. "30 seconds it goes. And then remember, when you're going to refreeze this, you're gonna have to rewrap it in the plastic. You do not want to lose the texture of this butter. And you can make this with literally any type of flavor. So sometimes I make like a spicy one for chicken with peppers or roasted red peppers. You can make a lemon and garlic and thyme butter. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So get creative. Alright, so we have our melted butter. Here I have French bread that I purchased from the farm store. It is absolutely delicious. They toast it already for you, or you can purchase the one that it's not toasted, that is just part baked. This one has already been lightly toasted, so all I'm doing is pretty much just dabbing it with a little bit of the butter with my brush. Make sure you get all your corners, and then I'm just gonna put it in the oven for literally about 1.5 minutes. Since I said it's already been toasted, you don't need to re-toast it. You just need to kind of warm up the bread. It's fresh bread, so it's going to give you that fresh flavor. So brush the butter. You can also do this with just simple olive oil if you're not into butter. I did use a butter substitute, which works as well. But you can do this with olive oil if you do not want to use butter. You can also put cheese on top of this, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese. Works wonders. Okay, so in we go. Like I said, only about 1 minute, no more than that. You just want to warm them up. If this bread was just part baked, then you will leave it for about 3 to 4 minutes. And also our cake is ready. So we're gonna remove that. Look at that. That is a beauty right there in itself. Okay? Thank you, sir. Alright, cake is done, pasta's done, bread is making. So now what we have to make is our drinks. So let's get to it.
Go.
Alright, so it's Jameson Irish Mule time, but first we're gonna make a mocktail for the kids, right? So we're going to start with putting some mint leaves into the mule cup. We're gonna squeeze a lemon in, and in a shaker we're gonna add about 2.5 cups of lemonade.
Yay, lemonade.
We're making a shake cup.
Sprite.
Okay,
Hold it.
so we pour that over the mule. And then we're gonna finish it off with some ginger beer. So that's our mock
Mommy.
mule. Now for the real thing. So we have lemon, Jameson.
This is good.
We're making 2, so we have 1.5 ounces of Jameson each, so 3 ounces. And we're gonna put 3.5 ounces of lemonade. And we're going to shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Alright, we're gonna pour that.
Mommy, is the lemonade inside the drink? I mean, this one, is there actually lemonade in it?
Alright, and then we're going to finish it off with our ginger beer.
It's ball, not beer.
We're gonna garnish it with our lemon wedge. And of course, you can't forget the mint.
Mint chocolate. That's what I said.
And there you have it. Salud. All right, guys, so this was our final product. We're gonna go ahead and give it a try as a family. Yay! So hopefully you guys liked the video. Hopefully you guys will try the recipe. If you have any questions, comments, please comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get notifications on everything that's coming your way. Adios!